Hello, hi everyone. This is Barb Mangami, also known as Coach B. How's everyone doing today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hope everybody is great. Please say hi as you come on. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're catching me on the replay, hello Mojalefa, how are you? Hey Monica, how you doing? Hey Sia, how you doing? Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're catching me on the replay, please type replay in the comments and I will be sure to come and love on you at some point. And if you're seeing me for the first time and you don't follow me, just hit my face. Don't hit my face. Just tap my face. You'll see 3 lines in the top right. And if you tap on those, you'll have an option to see first or follow me. That way, when I come live, you can be notified. So I wanted to come on today because I've got some stuff to share with you guys. Guys, this month for me has been horrible, okay? Goodbye, September. Hope I never see you again. That's how I feel about September. And I'll tell you why, because, it's just been challenging. So this app, this platform from which I'm speaking to you, I feel like they've been really after me. I was starting to take it personally, especially yesterday, because in the first week, I got shut out of Facebook for an entire week. I couldn't get on. Then by week 2, they let me back in. And I think it was day 3 of week 2, I got locked out again. And so this has been going on periodically. And of course, it's affected my work. It's affected my business. It's affected my ability to communicate with people. It's affected all the other groups I work with. So yesterday, I got shut out again around midday. And I was like, I'm done. I am done. I was so upset. I just was like, this is not even worth it. I'm done here. The thing about it too is I realized something. And what I realized is what I felt yesterday was an accumulation of all the other times that I hadn't fully acknowledged my emotions about what was going on. And I look back and I'm like, you know what? If I just allowed myself to get angry, vent at the time that those other things were happening, like a full-on vent, I wouldn't have had the meltdown that I had yesterday. So all this to tell you guys that, you know what? Even to the best of us, your emotions are there to tell you that something is not right, that something is not aligned. And the one thing that I have learned over time to do, and I'd love to share with you guys, is please do not judge yourself. Do not beat yourself down for feeling your emotions. I don't care what those are. The problem we face is there's certain emotions that are deemed negative, and therefore we don't own up to them. We don't allow ourselves to feel those emotions. I'll name them. Guilt is one. Anger is another. Jealousy is another. All these emotions serve to tell you one thing and one thing only, which is that something is not in alignment. Something is wrong somewhere. But when you repress these emotions, oh man, sorry, there goes the internet. There goes the internet. Can you guys hear me? So essentially, if you're not expressing these emotions and you're not acknowledging that these emotions exist, you are repressing them. And the worst thing you can ever do is repress emotions, because guess what? At the most inopportune time, they will surface. So yesterday, I was blocked and I was told I was going to be blocked for 24 hours, okay? That wouldn't have been a bad thing. And my response and reaction to this block was not commensurate with the time I was blocked. Because remember, there was a time I was blocked for a whole week and I didn't behave like I did yesterday, right? But it was not commensurate because the reaction became a reaction that had accumulated over this entire month and culminated in yesterday. So yesterday was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And you don't want to do that with emotions, especially emotions like anger. Because when then you explode, it's like you're a volcano spilling out on an entire nation. When in actual fact, you could have had multiple, tiny explosions over time. There we go. See, just testing me. In other words, you have to acknowledge your emotions as they come up. You're better able to manage them when they are not so intense. Like when they accumulate and then it's just one big anger ball, right? You can manage the little bits as they come up because it's easier to manage and to contain. It's easier to get a hold of yourself. It's easier to reflect. It's easier to go into gratitude. When you allow it to accumulate, you can't do that. You explode and then you throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like yesterday, I was about to give up on my business. I was about to shut down several groups that I work in. I was shutting it down. You understand me? That, and again, that was a reaction to a 24-hour block. But in reality, it wasn't. It was a reaction to the blocks that had happened all this time. And I just didn't deal with the emotions. So I wanted to share with you some tips. So that's the thing. What is an afterburner? An afterburner is somebody who doesn't deal with the emotions as they happen, but then deals with them. Instead of dealing with it right there and then, you deal with it over 2 years because you never bothered to acknowledge it. And so you get triggered every single time something happens. So say somebody offends you. And you never gave yourself the opportunity to feel your emotions, get angry, and tell the person exactly how you felt, right? You get this? Say this is a family member, someone you have to deal with all the time. What you will find is every time that person does something to, not even to upset you, because people generally aren't doing things with the intention of upsetting you. They're just doing things that happen to upset you, right? So every time this person does something you find irritating, oh, you're just seething and you're building up. And what is happening is, even when they do things that wouldn't normally irritate you, because you never dealt with that emotion of anger and acknowledged and talked about it then, these other little things just loom big in your imagination, and your emotional responses to them are not even like, you will blow up at this person and be like, I only put a teaspoon in my mouth. And it's like, don't put a teaspoon in your mouth. It's like, really? Is there something else, right? So all this to say, if you want to preserve your relationships, if you want to preserve certain things in your life, don't be an afterburner. Deal with your emotions as they happen. And when you deal with them like that, you're better able to actually respond instead of doing what? Reacting. When you have an explosion, that's a reaction. And you know what? A reaction is a reaction is a reaction. It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Most times, if it's a reaction that has spilled out on other people, you then have to go up and do damage control and apologize and own your stuff, right? Own your explosion. But you can save yourself that. You can save yourself a lot of stress. You can go back to your baseline. Because the idea when you feel certain emotions is, how long is it going to take you to get back to your baseline emotional state? So if your emotional state is generally that you're happy, you're a positive person, you're warm, you're kind, when something happens that makes you angry or jealous or sad or feel guilty, you get removed from that. Somebody who has mastered themselves is somebody who can get back to their emotional state, get back to their baseline state as quickly, as efficiently, energetically efficiently as possible. And here's some tips on how you can do that. The first thing you need to do is you have to practice mindfulness. In other words, be in constant awareness of what you're feeling about certain things. Be in constant awareness of your emotional state. Even from the moment you wake up, do an emotional check-in with yourself as you're lying in bed and opening your eyes. For us women, we've got the hormones on top of it. So you could go to bed tonight feeling amazing and wake up in the morning and you open your eyes and you're doing your check and you're like, ugh. It could be that overnight, your cycle did some things, your hormones changed up and your period is on the way, okay? Normal. But do that check-in because then you can inform those around you that, look, I feel really mean today. I feel angry today because. And then when people know what's going on around you, you have the support you need as opposed to going around biting everybody's head off and everybody's like, You were fine yesterday. Today, what's happened to you, right? Just FYI. So the next thing you want to do is, whatever emotion surfaces for you, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it, allow yourself to feel it, and don't judge yourself for it. See, for women especially, emotions like anger and jealousy and guilt, society has brought us up to believe that when you display those things, there's something wrong with you, and they have shamed us for being angry. They have shamed us for expressing jealousy. Like, how many people are honest enough when they feel some type of way, when that green monster starts surfacing because their friend so-and-so is doing something? By the way, remember guys, jealousy is something that arises when you fear that you're going to lose someone, not some things. So we always mistake jealousy and envy. Jealousy is, for example, I see Monica here. Monica is now talking to Isia, and I start to feel some type of way. I start to feel jealous because I feel like my relationship with Isia is threatened by the new relationship that's forming between her and Monica. Then I start to feel some type of way. We in our societies don't have the space to be able to say, you know what, I'm really feeling jealous right now. Because your jealousy is based on insecurity, which means you have to address this with either one of those two to say, you know what, this is how I'm feeling right now. I know it sounds crazy, but I really feel like, I feel like Monica's taking his ear away from me. Okay, it's okay. And then, you know what? Monica can say, no, that's not it. Come sit with us, right? Do you guys remember grade school, middle school? Come sit with us. No, I'm not taking your friend away. No, I was just, right? Okay. As adults, there is a need to acknowledge all these emotions. They're real, they're there. And I admire children, because children, they may not say I'm jealous, but they will express what it is they're feeling. I feel like you're taking my friend away from me. I feel like you're doing that. I feel like this. I feel like that. I wish we could maintain that. For some reason, we believe that becoming an adult means we lose all ability to feel negative emotions. Actually, we don't. And part of our problem is we don't acknowledge them, so we repress them, and then they manifest in hideous ways. When you don't deal with your emotions, believe me, they manifest. And jealousy is one of those that if you don't deal with, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. So jealousy is one of those that if you don't deal with and it festers, it can lead you to kill someone. So you know what? You want to deal with your jealousy. It's okay that you feel it. It's just showing you that there's something that needs working out. So then go ahead and do that working out, right? So acknowledge your emotions. 2, then make a decision how you're going to deal with that emotion. Make a decision about how you're going to respond. Now, how you respond will determine the length of that afterburn. If you choose to repress, that afterburn can go on for 6 years, right? If you choose to deal with it, then, you know what? You go back to your baseline really quickly because you've dealt with it. Cleansing breaths, it's done. And you move on back to your old self. The other thing too is, if it is not one of those situations where you can address immediately. By the way, guys, if you're getting any value from this, please share it out. I appreciate you. If it's one of those situations you can't address immediately, go to a place of gratitude. And that's where I needed to take myself yesterday. I literally had to do some gratitude exercises. And I was kind of distracted from my state of crazy, because then I had to go and get into a lesson where I was being taught some amazing things. So that kind of distracted me too. But I had to go to the place of gratitude. Like, look, in the grand scheme of things, you didn't meet your targets with your business. Big deal. There's a whole world that's blowing up there. There's this going on. There's this going on. You know what? When you go into gratitude, you get perspective. My children are healthy. I'm healthy. I have shelter. I've got internet. I've got this. I've got a vehicle. You can go into gratitude. My mom lives with me. She's healthy. We have enough food to eat. Okay. I'm blessed and highly favored, and that's the truth, the honest truth. Saying these gratitudes can quickly help you to go back to baseline. And so my tantrum probably lasted about 4 or 5 hours, I think, about until I came back to baseline. And it took the gratitudes to do that. And Monica, thank you for being there yesterday. I really appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just wanted to let you guys know. Now, you decide your emotional state. Guys, what do you want? You know, happiness, contentment, inner peace is a decision. Because I want to tell you, there's so many things out there that want to take your peace. There's so many things out there that want to make you miserable. And when I say things, I also mean people in there. It's like the world right now is set up to make you really miserable. If you allow it, the power lies with you. So you got to make a decision. Even as you're feeling your emotions and everything else, how do you want to feel? What are the emotions that you are content harboring in your body? What emotional state allows you to flourish and to function and to achieve and to be the person you want to be for the people you need to be? What emotional state do you want to be so that you can be of service, so that you can genuinely care for those people who are put in your care, right? And that goes to a choice. And so, yeah, sometimes you can sit with your emotions and choose to wallow and extend your discomfort and extend the nasty feelings, or you can make a decision to say, this is what I'm feeling now, but I'm making a decision and a choice right now to shift my mental state around this situation, shift my emotions around this so that I can be happy, be productive, be of service again. I hope this has helped you guys in any way. If it has, let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. And your presence here reassures me that I am back on the Facebook. And take care and have a good day. Bye.